Hello, it's AliMECH. In today's video, we will be repairing damaged wheel on my 2017 Toyota Camry, and we can see we have all kind of damages on this rim and on some of the part losing material, and here we have chipped paint as well. So here are all the products I need for repairing this damaged rim, and you can do this on any car. The procedure will be the same. So first of all, we're gonna start with masking so we don't overspray other parts of the rim or the tire. So for that, I have a trash can back here and a masking tape. Next, for sanding all these scratches, we have so many grades of sandpapers. We're gonna start with 120, 600, 1500, and then 2000. So it's a good idea to use sanding block whenever doing a wet and dry sanding, so you don't get hard-focused finger areas. And what I mean about that, if you sand it like this, all these finger areas will be useful and the others not gonna be useful, and you're not gonna get a perfect sanding surface. But if you use sanding block, it will be flat all over the block. So if you wanted to make the process faster for deep scratches, we can use Dremel and sand down all these deep scratches and then fill it up with a putty. Next, we're going to be priming the rim by applying primer. This will be a good bond between the base color and the surface. So I will only focusing on the areas where I can see bare metal, and then the base color. So after applying the base color that matches your own rim, and then we're gonna have to apply clear coat, and for that you can buy a spray can. I will make sure to put some link in the video description box below, but if you want to use a good clear coat that's not gonna be damaged with the sun, you can use 2K clear coat, but I'm gonna be mixing clear coat and the hardener and then spray it with airbrush. And for mixing the putty and its hardener, it's 2 to 3%, but you can always check the label because each brand has its own ratio. Alright, we know what we need. Now I'm gonna jack up the car and remove the wheel. You can do this procedure even with the wheel on the car, but you're gonna have to do a lot of masking. So it's better to remove the wheel and work on it separately. Alright, now we have the rim here. Now I'm gonna deflate the air from the valve so I can put the plastic bag around it and work on it easily. So with the plastic bag, it's an easy trick to cover the whole tire and exposing the rim so we can work on it. But you can do it in different ways as well. Alright, we are done with masking. I also put some extra tape on the places that we will work in case if we damage it so we don't get overspray. Now we're gonna start with sanding with 120 grit so we can get these scratches flat as possible. We're gonna start with 120 and sanding block and even out that surface, but of course it's way faster with a Dremel. So with the Dremel I started with stone grinder to knock out these sharp scratches and then use 120 sanding wheel. Alright, we are done with sanding, and with the Dremel it was way easier. And one tip I can give you guys, so if you have a scratch here, you have to Dremel the whole area so you don't create a valley over here. And that is what exactly I did with these small scratches. I blended up with these areas. And for this spot, because the scratch was deeper, so I had to blend it from here to here. Now I'm gonna clean the whole rim and prepare it for applying the putty. Sometimes you don't need it, but it's better to apply a thin layer and then sand the whole thing down. I'm gonna do a quick cleaning so I don't have any contaminants between the putty and the surface. Let's add the hardener to the putty and mix it well. Now we're gonna apply a thin layer only on the damaged areas that we sanded before. So I just put a very thin layer of putty on the places that I just sanded just to even it out. But if you have a missing spot on the edge, you can't create that, otherwise it will chip in the future. Now I'm gonna leave it to dry and then sand it down and also sand the clear coat down so I can blend it together. So in this stage we're gonna start with 120 grit sandpaper and then 600. Alright, we are done with sanding. I found some more damages here and I had to fill it up and sand it again. The only place we don't have any damages is here. We're not gonna blend all this paint with this, so I decided to paint the whole rim. But before doing anything, we're gonna deep clean it and then wet sand it with 600 grit sandpaper. Okay, in this stage it's all clean and sanded to 600 grit sandpaper. Even if you don't have a damage on one spot, you still have to sand it with 600 grit sandpaper, so when you blend it with the paint has something to stick to. But if the surface is shiny, the paint gonna chip in the future. Next, I will do the masking for inner side of the rim, so I don't have any overspray over there. Next, I put masking tape on the valve stamp and then wipe the rim one last time with rubbing alcohol to remove any contaminant or oil on the surface. I also cut these cardboards so I can put it around the rim and don't get overspray on the tire. Now we are all good. I'm gonna apply primer and I will focus only on the areas that I can see bare metal. I will be applying 2 coats of primer. The first coat will be a dust coat, so for the second coat it will be something to stick to. And the second coat will be a wet coat, which means a thicker coat. Alright, it's been after 2 hours from the second coat of the primer. Now I'm gonna sand it with 600 grit sandpaper and then wet sand it with 600 and 1000 grit sandpaper. Alright, next I cleaned again with rubbing alcohol and also changed the cardboard. Now we're gonna apply the base color. And I will apply 2 coats of base color and then 2 coats of clear coat. Here's after 2 coats of base color and it's already looking very good. Now I'm gonna leave it for 1 hour and then apply 2 coats of clear coat. And here's after applying 2 coats of clear coat and left it over the night, and now it's completely dry. Now we can wet sand it with 1000 grit sandpaper and then 2000 and polish it out. But it's already looking good, so I'm gonna skip this part. I also cleaned the rust on the rotor with the sandblaster gun, which I will do a video about that very soon. Now I'm gonna put some anti-seize over there and put the wheel on. The idea of putting anti-seize to prevent rust and not letting the rim stick on the rotor. Alright, we are done. If we look closer on the areas that we had very deep scratches, especially here, and we had missing material because the scratch was very deep and I could flash it out with the rest of the rim, but in the areas where it was the edge of the rim, we can't fill it up because during the tire change it will chip and you will see the repairing area, so it's better not use Bond over there and leave it like this. But the rest of the rim looks way better than before and you won't tell that there was a deep scratches over there. And here are the damages before repairing these deep scratches, and here is the after repairing these deep scratches. I couldn't use airbrush for covering up all these areas, but it's better for you to use a spray can, especially 2K clear coat just like I mentioned, and I will make sure to put all the links in the video description box below, along with the other tools and the materials I used for repairing this rim. Hope you guys found the video useful and learned something new. If it was, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.